Hello everyone and welcome back to another, I think this is like episode 3. Still trying to work this all out. Yeah, still here. But I had to go make another wee clip. This might not be an actual podcast episode, this might just be a clip. Because let me explain, I woke up, I went to sleep Sunday night, happy go lucky, top form, felt good. Woke up Sunday morning feeling good. The world wasn't on fire. Then I wake up Monday and I had this overwhelming sense of otherworldly dread. Like the world was on fire. Felt very detached. And I felt something's in the works. So left it. Been feeling it right up until today. Now, it's Wednesday the 25th of May. And I woke up. Now, I try to avoid, having an energy drink. Might have a wee cheeky cig when I wake up, just to kind of spark the old brain. But I try to avoid the news. I try to avoid anything that could set me up for a bad day. Because we all know that if you set yourself up for a bad day, that's you. Absolutely ruined. That's it. Mentality gone. So I wake up this morning and same sense of dread, same sense of feeling. And I just want to bring your attention to what just reinforced that. It breaks my heart to show this. It really does. It breaks my heart because the world's on fire right now. And instead of pouring water at it to put it out, we seem to be pouring more fuel onto it. It's gone. But it was a clip put up by the news. Let me show you. Horrible. That right there, that poor wee lassie. You see that? 12-year-old. 12-year-old, that little girl was. And she was stabbed in the neck by a 14-year-old thug. A 14-year-old thug that's being fucking protected right now because he's 14. A 14-year-old thug with a knife who thought he was a roadman. See that term? Right, I'm going to be honest here, I'm going to get really fucking angry. I'm going to try and contain it as much as I can because I don't want to sound like an idiot. I fucking hate roadmen. I hate people that think they're roadmen. Roadmen don't exist, okay? You're still a thug, right? You go about, you pack with your little fucking handbags, your little strap, me fanny pack. It's a fanny pack, okay? You're not tough, okay? If I open one of those fanny packs, I'd probably find makeup, right? That's how fucking tough these people are. 14-year-old, you know the reason? Go look out for yourselves, but do you know the reason? Why he done it? Because he was videoing, that 12-year-old girl was videoing the poor lassie with her friends. She was having a wonderful time. This is how the news will portray it. Having the time of her life, they said. And he was videoing her. And the 14-year-old, the fucking idiot, refused to delete it. Now see my books, see if you're wondering, but I don't care what fucking age you are, right? If you're at the point where you know something's not right to do, or you know it could cause trouble, but yet you do it, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking bottle rocket, right? You deserve the worst of the worst. Okay? Because you're walking into it. So, but he's videoed her. She hasn't liked it. Which is funny because it sounds like we're talking about two adults here. But well, no, we're talking about children. 12-year-old and a 14-year-old have an altercation. It's made to sound as if two adults are having this altercation. This is how bad the world's went. Our children are growing up twice as quick as they should. We get children right now who are below the age of 10 that know about sex. They know about pornography, they know about drugs, they know about violence, they know about gangsters, they know about it all because they're being fed it. This piece of shit here, as much as it serves as everyone well at some point, there's a dark side to it. So they're learning too quick and they think they're all gangsters now. He wouldn't delete the video. So what does he do? Pulls a knife out and sticks it in her throat. Doesn't think about it. Just does it. What kind of fucking person does that? I don't care if you're 14 or 44. What kind of person decides, I know, best course of action, I'm going to stab you. I'm going to stab you at a stupid fucking video. I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to end your fucking life because of a stupid little video. Which you could have just deleted. You could have just fucking deleted it. Instead of being a roadman. Oh. So there he's being protected. We've got the name of the poor lassie. She was named. But no name for the 14-year-old because our government likes to defend criminals. Okay? I don't give a fuck what way you want to quote it. He's a criminal. He's a thug. That little girl didn't deserve that. And it gets better because that's not just Oya, okay? The UK is not just the only place that's gone batshit crazy. We get the US now. Mass shooting at a primary school, at an elementary school. For anyone that's from America. We call elementary school primary school where here. 11 pupils dead. 2 teachers. Because this... His name's... I can't remember his second name. We could look it up, but... I can't look at him because it's just... It angers me. Something awful. There's no need for it. But this Salvador, I can't remember his second name, 18 years old, buys 2 ARs, 2 assault rifles, and proceeds to drive to this primary school in Texas. Crashes his car into a little ravine. You know how America's got the flow tunnels, the water cat, someone let me know in the comments, I can't remember the actual term, but it's the wee, like Terminator 2 when they're driving, you get the big T-1000s and the pickup and the big truck, lorry, and you get T-800 and John Connor driving on the bike. That kind of water ravine catch area. He drove his car into that and then proceeded to get out of it. Tooled up. There was videos and everything up put before it. There was warnings. He'd taken photos, put them on social media. Again, social media is at it. Social media shouldn't be handed out willy-nilly. Children shouldn't be getting on it in the first place. We can't control this. That's just a matter of life. But we need to educate. Because if we don't educate, well, we're destined to repeat history. And that's what we're doing right now. And we sit here and we go... World's not a bad place. This fucknut, another fucking idiot, a thug, 18 years old, decided it was a good idea to march into this. That's on CCTV as well, by the way. You can hear it all. You can hear it. I've seen the video with the gunshots. You can hear the screaming. You can hear fucking children screaming. These were probably the same children that lost their life seconds later. This fucking idiot. This piece of shit scumbag thought it was acceptable to walk in and shoot 11 children and 2 teachers. I'm glad the police shot him fucking dead. In fact, I applaud the police. I'm not a big fan of any kind of police department whatsoever because they've all been scrutinised. They've all got skeletons in their closets just like everybody else. I just clipped my thumb. So, we're sitting and he just goes in and executes. Just fucking executes. I've not seen anything for motive yet. I've not looked into it because honestly it breaks my fucking heart. I get 2 wee boys myself, right, and the both of them are in primary school. And we had, I think it's Dunblane we had up here in the UK. Worst fucking shooting in the UK. Went in. I was primary school myself when this happened. Done the same thing. Here, UK. Went in, just gunned everybody down. But the fucking idiot Salvador, honestly, I hope you rot in hell, and I hope that little 14-year-old bastard rots in hell too. And I'm going to say that because if you're going to if you're going to go do an adult thing like fucking murder, you're going to be spoken about like an adult. You're going to be treated like an adult. And I wish nothing but horrible things for all of them. All the families, because you failed. You failed yourself. You failed your child by allowing them to get into that, thinking that kind of behaviour is acceptable and believing that it's the right course of action. I totally fucking hope yous are cursed. I hope yous, every single one of yous, get nothing but pain and misery. And as for this 14-year-old, his life's over because he thought he was a fucking gangster. He doesn't realise he's safe till he's about 16, 18. Oh boy! They're gonna fudge pack him. He's dead. He's dead. But this is the point I want to get to. You sat there, right? You're sitting there, and we don't give these names out. We don't disclose anything. Oh, it's for their own protection. They revoked that right. In my mind, they revoked that right. See, when you can kill one human being, you've revoked that right to humanity. You don't deserve it, right? Dog shit on my boot has more right to exist in this planet than you do, okay? And hell's going to come for you. It's going to come for you all. Your family is going to get tortured, buddy. Your family's going to get fucking tortured because of you, because you're a silly little boy who thought he was a man. And it's the cheeky as to get caught. Britain's one of the, if not the most viewed union in the world, right? When it comes to CCTV, we've got CCTV in our fucking toilets, okay? I'm joking there, that was an exaggeration. But it's everywhere. As I look out my window, I can see security cameras, okay? Doesn't matter what way I look. The area I live in, the security cameras everywhere. The world's full of them. You can go in places they shouldn't be. And he sits there and denies he'd done it. He was caught in CCTV. He had the cheek to post videos a few hours later. I don't know about the attack. I don't know exactly. All I know is he did broadcast after it. He did as if nothing had happened. He'd walked away from the scene. CCTV caught him. They caught where he dumped the knife. The knife was probably bigger than him. Honestly, it's about that. It's big. It looked like a hunting knife. Like a skinning knife. Something like a prepper would use when wild camping. Like I would use if I was out camping and I had to make pegs out of wood. You'd take a Swiss Army knife or one of these kind of big fucking blade, okay? Put it this way, if he'd get caught with it, he'd been done, right? There would have been no conversations, there'd been nothing. It would be big enough to just not even say you're arrested. They'd just huckle him, okay? And that's the problem. Everybody walks a bit like that now. And they tell us not to defend ourselves. Just sit there and take it. The police will be with you in a moment. Aye, fucking right. I don't have a moment. I don't have a fucking moment. What I've got right now is a fucking idiot in front of me. And I've got a shit ton of adrenaline, cortisol, everything running through my fucking feet. You think I'm going to sit for a minute and wait for a couple of posts to show up? What? To mace them? That's what they'll do. That's what they'll do. But I believe in full disclosure. See, if you're willing to go commit a crime of any sorts, I believe that you should own that shit. Or be made to own that shit. And what I mean by that is total disclosure. Everything. I think see if you're under the age, right? Not only should your information be disclosed if you commit a crime such as murder, rape. Not so much theft, right? Petty crime. Not so much, because it happens, okay? You're never going to get rid of shoplifters. They're always going to be there, okay? It's a petty crime, right? But if you're dealing with somebody that's murdered another person, executed someone, literally just snuffed them out for something stupid as no deleting a video, you deserve to get caught out. You deserve the whole universe to know your fucking name. And not in a good way. I mean in a horrible bounty hunter way. I mean in that way, like, saying somebody sees you, you're popped, right? Total disclosure. I get the difference with the US shooting because he was 18. So this Salvador boy was 18. He's not really classed as an adult, okay? It's sketchy. See, when you hit that point where you're at 16 and you're kind of hitting 20, between 16 and 21, it varies in countries, right? Now, here, see, as soon as you turn 16, you're classed as an adult. From my understanding, you're classed as an adult. So that should work or run. I'm sorry, you commit a crime, that should be it. You should totally get fucking disclosed. The whole world should know your name. But with the case of the US shooting, in the eyes of the law, he was old enough. He was old enough to buy the guns and the ammunition, the magazines. He was old enough to do all that. Who get the 14-year-old the knife though? That's what I want to know. Who put it in his head that it was acceptable to be running about with a fucking knife half the size of you? Because I guarantee he was tiny. 14, there's not a lot of fucking 6-foot 14-year-olds. I mean, I know there is, but they're not all fucking built like shit brickhouses. Right? I can imagine. He's a child. He's a fucking child in the eyes of the law, and that's how they get away with it. It shouldn't be the case. You commit a murder, you kill another person, everyone will deserve to know your name. He thinks he's safe right now. He thinks the law's going to protect him. 2 years, mate. 2-3 years. You go to real jail, because he's in for life now. They say that. It's going to be a lifer. Which means here he's going to be in for about 20 years. He'll get back out. 14-year-old, that'd be about 34. That's a ripe age. He'll get back out and be able to live the rest of his life. That's how it's done here in the UK. The law is designed to help criminals, not stop them. Okay? I've watched it. I've watched it out in that big bad fucking world. Watch people do heinous things to other people just for the sake of either pleasure, monetary gain, or reputation. That's what it's for. That's all it's fucking street cred. Okay? Street cred's no good to you when you're dead. Street cred's no good to you when you're sitting in a slammer for the rest of your life because you're a stupid little fucking person. Right? That's no good to you. You can't use any of it, can you? So he's going to walk in. He'll probably sit in a juvie. He'll get his ass kicked left, right and centre because nobody likes a lassie stabber. Okay? Nobody likes people that stab children. Even if they are children. He'll get pulled apart. Right? I'm not going to get into the details. They'll probably date him because it will get this put down. But he's in for a whole world of pain and despair. And it's only going to get worse. Because see, as soon as he hops into an adult one, there's got to be somebody sitting with a boiling pot of sugary water waiting for him. So as soon as he comes here, flung. He'll get it. He'll get it. They all fucking get it. It all comes to you eventually. So it does. It all comes back in the end. But I'm sitting here and it just reiterates my point that I make, and it makes me sound crazy. The world's on fire. It is, plain and simple. World's on fire. And we are fanning the flames with our stupidity, our belief that, oh, people can change. Most people can change. Depends on circumstances, doesn't it? It totally depends on what the circumstances are. So let's say you're an addict. You're prone to shoplifting to feed your habit. I'm going to be more lenient there. People are obviously going to be more lenient because they know it's an addiction. Now, most addictions come from trauma. It's not because you fucking enjoy it. Well, it's not just because you enjoyed the substance and it made you feel good. 2 sex. Here we go, I'm back. I just had to go and check the wee man. He's not well done it. But that's my point exactly. I'm sitting here with two fucking boys in the world's full of numpties. The world's full of idiots that think they're fucking action man. They think they're fucking street soldiers. You're no street soldiers. You're thugs. Yous are weak. The entire world can smell it at you. That's why yous are all fucking herd mentality driven. That's why when you see these shell suit thugs, there's about 20 of them. Why? Because if there wasn't 20 of them, it wouldn't be fucking happening. They need the numbers. But the sad thing is, and I hope people like that are watching this right now, because I want to let you in on something. I need to let you know. If you think that lifestyle was amazing, you're already lost. If you think that's all cool, it's already lost. You've lost, you're doomed. Gee up. Be done. Don't make any future plans. Don't make any future plans. Because once you hit that point, you're never coming back. It snatches you. It takes that that innocence. It takes that away from you. But back to my point in hand. Plain and simple. Full disclosure. You think you're tough? You think you're fucking badass? Full disclosure. Go. You do the crime, do the time. And while you're doing the time, I'm going to fucking release everything. You know? Release them. Release addresses, names, relatives. Release it all because they all deserve it. They helped produce that animal. They allowed that person to think like that and accept that that's the right course of action for any situation. I've met fucking people, okay? See, what in retail really does enlighten you. Retail enlightens you. It tells you, teaches you how the world goes, honestly. See, if you don't have a proper grasp of reality in the world, go to retail, right? Because you'll learn very quickly that the world's not a nice place. The people you interact with, the life stories, what you hear, see, their actions, it all tells a story. I've had people pull knives out in front of me. Small knives. Shit. Knives you would use to cut lino. Like small crafting blades. And whip it out as if it's a machete. Like that. What's going on in your nut? These people's heads. When they're doing this. The second they pull that out, what do you think? I was raised with the belief if you pull a knife out, you need to use it. You do. I'm sorry. If you are willing to whip a knife out in front of people and wave it a bit, your intention should be to use it. Not whip it out for brownie points. Okay? It's honestly. And they do that, these bugs will whip blades out and no use them. They don't realise that, see, if they're in front of a complete psychopath, that blade's going to look like a toothpick. And worse off, that blade is going to go from their pocket to their hand to inside them. Do you get where I'm going with this? It will get taken off them, turned sideways and shoved right up their arse. That's what maniacs will do to you. And the world's full of them. I try and tell people this, even you get widos. People act a cunt and act silly and they think that I'm a badass because I've got my 5 pals with me. And then you tell them straight, look, listen, there's people out there that would just peel your face right now and go to sleep. Sleep peacefully the night. Would fucking gouge your eyes out and piss in the sockets and then go to their bed and sleep soundly. Honest. A few people here will probably be watching this. You'll probably know a few people like that. You can tell, you can see it in their eyes. They're like wild animals. It's a bit like the zoo. You go to a zoo, you can tell which animal's wild and which one's domesticated or tamed. Have lived a caged life. It's on the eyes. You can see it. You can see that when you look at an animal and it stares back at you. You know it. You know deep down that that animal is capable of absolutely anything. This animal is a straight up killing machine. And then you've got the other ones that have lived their entire life in a cage. They were born, they will be born, raised and die in that cage. And there's no glint. It's not the same. That's what society's like. You have people who have lived in the wild, people that know what real life is like. These are the crazy people. These are the ones that are one step ahead. They know people's emotions. They know how to exploit them. They know all of this. And then you get on the other side, you get the gullible ones. You get the mass majority. You know, those people who took the vaccine, yes, you're the gullible ones I'm talking about. See, you ones that keep fucking fighting the good fight saying, get your vaccine, get your booster. You're part of the problem. Because it's people like you that have caused this. Oh, give them the benefit of the doubt. He's only a sonny wee lad. Oh, he's only a wee lad. He didn't know better. He knew to take the fucking knife, didn't he? He knew to take the fucking knife. He knew that day. He actively picked that knife up that day. The same as that fucking schizo in the US. He woke up that morning with full intent. He was loading those fucking machine guns, those assault rifles with ammunition. He was going to load it into the back of his motor. He was going to drive towards that school. I don't know if the crash was intentional or not, but his intent was to get to that school and execute. That wee boy had the same thought. He woke up that morning with intent. I'm going to take that knife out of me. I'm going to be a badass. I'm going to be tough. I'm going to be tough like all these fucking TikTok roadmen I see with their fanny packs and their fucking, what's it, the body warmer vests? What's with the big fucking silly jackets? You look like fucking, you look like, what's I'm trying to remember the Koala, Queen of the Desert. I grew up with a fucking in a weird household. We watched shit like that. Any of you that know it's an old Australian film, right? And it was about drag queens, and it's Agent Smith. See Agent Smith. For the Matrix, the original Matrix, no the pishy reboot Matrix. Okay, I'm not bothered to watch that piece of shit. We live in the Matrix, man. We don't need to watch it. Okay, that film. They films are to fuck with you. They films are designed to go. It's on the nose. It's to fuck with you. What was I saying? Shit, I went totally off on a tangent there. So I think Quilla, Queen of the Desert. So it's these drag queens, and they're gonna cross the outbacks, I'm sure, of Australia or America. They're in a desert anyway, and there's just the three of them in this travelling bus, and it just gets all strange and spiritual and psychedelic because they're out here in this desert and there's absolutely nothing around them, and all they've got's nature. Strange film. I don't quite remember it all, but that's what they fucking look like now. They honestly, fools the lot of yous. I can't wait till that trend goes because yous are going to look at it years from now and go, I look like a fucking funny. I look like a fucking funny. Like that. But I'm going to end it here. So I am, because I wasn't even planning on doing a podcast today, but I just couldn't fucking help it. Honest to God, it's honest to gods, man. Honest to the gods. I'm just rambling now. But I hope you enjoyed this wee podcast. I hope I didn't put the fear in you, because that's not my plan. When I speak like this on my TikToks, more so my TikToks, easier to make videos. But when I say all this, it's not a fearmonger, it's to educate. Right? Unfortunately, the veil went down for this. We see all, hear all, and take all in. And the world is a bad place. Despite the sun being out and it being lovely weather. Oh. It's still a shithole. Shite. The whole world's a shithole. We need more protection. We need to be able to look after ourselves and not rely on governments, police, authorities, anything like that. Because really, they're only there as a guideline to laws and legislation and stuff like that. So they're only there to uphold it. Right? They're not there in the thick of it. They won't be there when your door's getting kicked down because maniacs want in. They're not going to be there to protect you. The government's certainly not going to be there. Bojo and his posse ain't going to be at the door going, I've got your back, son, I've got your back. Or they fuck. They would just turn around and go, just another statistic, I see. Like that. Well, as you see, it's just another statistic. Wibble wobble. We need more rights. I'm not saying the right to bear arms. I'm not the right to bear machine guns or anything like that. But I'm just saying you should be able to keep a bat in your house. Or an iron bar. So if somebody does come through your door, you can split them in two with it. I believe in that. I believe in survival of the fittest. I believe if you can't protect yourself, who's going to do it? Because at the end of the day, you only have yourself. I think my wee boy's about to come in. Nah, he's running a riot. But it is, we've only got ourselves to protect. So, and this is evident here. This is what happens when you take fundamental rights of being able to defend yourself away from the common person. We don't say common man anymore, because that causes trouble. But you sit here and you get in trouble for... There's people out there who've had their houses broke into. Houses broke into. And they've attacked the person in defence and go to jail. The person sued them. The criminal sued the victim and won. Criminal compensation for breaking into your house, trying to take your stuff. He ends up with more money than you've had in your bank your entire life. Why? Because you were doing the right thing, the noble thing, and protecting what is yours. Your family, your property, items within property, whatever. You're protecting what belongs to you. You're doing what's fundamentally right, morally right. The problem is we don't live in a moral world anymore. It's not led by morals and principles. It's not. It's who's top doggy. It's about keeping yourself afloat now. Distractions. Let's distract the people for the bad stuff. Let's distract the people for the let's get these silly things out. Let's distract people with this. Video games, so then they won't think what's happening out there in the big bad world. We need to change this. It's not working. It's not working for MD. And I've just realised I've been half an hour. This is my longest podcast ever. Longest podcast I've ever done, I'm sure. It's half an hour. But I'm going to leave it at this. Thank you, everyone who watches these. It's much appreciated. Again, I don't do this. I do this because I enjoy doing it. I do this because I have to. I do this because I'm hoping that maybe, just maybe, you come across one of these wee videos and you listen long enough that you pick something up. That's all I hope. I just hope to educate you. Just educate. At least give you some street smarts. Because there's a lot of people out here that are trying to do this right now. We're standing unified. You don't hear us, you don't see us because we're ghosts in the wind. People like myself won't open our mouths to everybody. We'll only open our mouths to the ones that listen. And that's why I like being a small YouTube channel, because then you've not got fucking potlickers coming to you. Want to watch your shit. What? Criticise it. I like being a small YouTuber. I like not being noticed. Because then the ones that they find it went looking for it. See? But right, I'm going to call it quits. Third time lucky. I hope you all have try and have a good week, even though we're only halfway through it and it seems to be getting worse as the days go. I hope you all maintain that inner strength that's got you to this point in life. I hope maintain that, because it's all you've got. I would like you all to take care, look after each other, and I don't like normally saying this, but we need to. We get no choice. Nobody else has got to do it. So please all take care. Have a beautiful week. Have an absolute amazing weekend. And I will catch you in the next podcast episode. Okie dokie. You all take